EasyJet apologises for copying. Why it's vital to learn how to copy safely in the 21st century. EasyJet was embarrassed recently when it came to light that a video by Mr Bellow, its chief operating officer, copied significantly from a speech made by Taoiseach's Varadkar to mark St Patrick's Day. The YouTube video comparing the footage of both men demonstrates just how blatant the copying was. This brought to mind a question that I'm often asked when people are creating content and writing books. How much can you borrow from another work? Well, the EasyJet video is a prime example of what not to do if you want to avoid copyright infringement. A basic understanding of copyright law is essential to navigating life in the 21st century. It shocks me that a senior level executive is going around without this most basic grasp of the law. I doubt that millennials and other generations will get by during their lifetime without such basic skills, because it's part and parcel of digital business life today. The coronavirus epidemic will forever change the world. Once organizations learn to manage meetings and events virtually, it's unlikely that we will return to a world of physical meetings at the drop of a hat. It's going to profoundly change business. In a digital world, you need a grasp of IP laws because they are the legal rules that apply to intangibles. Entrepreneurial ventures. Now, more and more people are setting up service-based businesses to run their own show. Typically, people want to escape the corporate worlds in which they acquired their skills. They often see an opportunity to develop a niche and to do something differently to improve the customer experience. They want location independence, to have a decent income, to feed their family, and most importantly, they want freedom to manage their work around their lives. Many of them are driven by a purpose and need to impact the world in their industry. The coronavirus epidemic catapults us into a world where all these objectives are even more within reach as digital existence becomes the norm. However, using your knowledge and skills in any entrepreneurial venture invariably involves consultancy and hence the trap for money existence. See, soon after starting up, it's not uncommon for entrepreneurs to experience overwhelm. They find themselves working all hours because getting the work in requires a significant investment of time and money. There is then the time involved to actually deliver your services. So in practice, sustaining a self-employed lifestyle often results in a drop in one's income and a depletion of your resources of time and money. In practice, there's more stress too. The service-based business model carries these challenges primarily because there is so much competition in the world. There are just too many providers offering almost any service. It can be difficult, therefore, to escape commoditization. How do you survive and thrive in this environment? I've learned a lot about what it takes to succeed in business in the 15 plus years that I've run my own. Many aspects of IP law, such as trademark registration, are completely commoditized, with a plethora of providers, many of whom don't actually have the necessary skills, but the public doesn't realize this. So I can add a lot of value for entrepreneurs looking to rethink their businesses in the face of this coronavirus. Building a brand. Now, I've learned that to survive in the globalized, overcrowded market today, involves building both your personal and your business brand, and it all takes time. You just need to be in it for the long term. Organisations like Dent have come up with solutions to support entrepreneurs in this environment. They offer programs such as Key Person of Influence to teach their clients how to become more influential in their own industries and how to use their core knowledge and skills more effectively. So entrepreneurs are advised to write a book, to create product type offerings that are outcome focused rather than based on time for money services. It's a program that I have personally attended, so I know how well it equips you on many fronts. However, what it does not do is to provide you with the necessary depth of information that you need to navigate intellectual property and brand creation. This is where my brand-tuned offering comes in to fill the gap for so many businesses as well as for startups. Branding. Now, branding is about so much more than visual designs. Before you get to the visual identity phase, it's essential in this 21st century that we now live in to start any venture with intellectual property, because IP impacts how you design your business. If you take decisions that are well informed by IP, your business will be far better adapted for the more digital world that we're now entering. For example, while it may make sense to publish full details of your methodology, depending on what you do, it could sometimes be absolutely foolhardy to put your best insights into a book for your competitors to freely use and learn from. There is no copyright in ideas. Now, if Mr Bellow of EasyJet had had this essential understanding of copyright, he could have freely copied every idea from Taoiseach's Varadkar's talk without exposing himself to copyright infringement accusations. So in the 21st century, you need to know how to copy safely from the works that inspire you. Knowing what to give away when publishing content and what to keep to yourself involves a grasp of intellectual property principles. For example, understanding confidentiality and trade secrecy laws is how I have developed a heightened sensitivity to the commercial value of information. IP law will therefore provide the necessary guidance that you need on this aspect of your knowledge and skills. And copyright laws come up at every juncture for a business, as does naming. Now, names are actually a highly complex subject, except that most entrepreneurs don't realize this and therefore make a number of fundamental mistakes. Brand names and trademarks. Now, productizing your skills and knowledge necessarily involves a skilled use of names. Names are how you give your products their own personality. Names are how you stand out and move buyers to purchase your outcomes-based solutions. Without a clear understanding of how trademark laws impact your choice of names, it's just very easy to go seriously astray when naming your business or products. One common error that people tend to make is to choose very banal names which deliver little value or competitive advantage. Overly descriptive names are weak because they don't challenge, excite, or mentally stimulate us. They require little imagination and they reveal nothing about the personality of your brand other than exposing your lack of creativity. When you draw from a limited pool of descriptive names, you just sound like everyone else, making your name blend in with that of your competitors. It's possible to register almost any name with the right type of logo, but what is the value in that? You can't stop others using the same name if the name can't be registered on its own as a wordmark. So when you don't take on board the greatest possibility the law gives you to distinguish your offerings from others and to stand out, then it's no wonder that despite every effort to make sales and succeed, people come unstuck due to poor IP design at the start of their projects. You see, the sort of problems that arise from lack of proper attention to IP are very varied and can include being copied in ways that people can do little about. Missing an opportunity. Now, designing a business incorrectly also comes about because people don't give their brands the depth of thinking that's necessary to their long-term success. They jump in too quickly to have the visual identity created so that the thinking about their values and purpose, for example, that's involved in the branding process doesn't run as deep as it needs to. It's to fill this gap that I decided to write my book, Brand Tuned: How to Perfect, Protect and Promote Your Brand. The book will be out in 2021. In the meantime, I'm providing support to help you get clarity around your IP and brand. This will consist entirely of free sessions that we will be running via the Brand Tuned Facebook group. Although for those that want to go deeper with their IP, my digital legally branded 2.0 course is available to purchase. Brand Tuned Facebook group. Now, we will be running webinars and posting links to some of these resources in the Facebook group, along with other essential guidance to support you to think through your brand during this difficult period we're all living through. I'm intending to cover how to think through your personal purpose as well as your business purpose, your values and what you stand for, who is your product for, what is your brand promise, what names are you choosing. We will cover these and more in some question and answer sessions too. I recommend giving yourself 6 to 8 months to create your brand strategy so you can come out the other end much better placed to get the traction that your brand needs as you promote your business more extensively. In the meantime, whatever you do, don't stop creating content. Carry on posting your unique perspective on social media, because nothing will give you greater clarity than creating regular content.